I hope I ain't talking you wrong.
No, you're right. You're good.
But that just felt good to say that.
Oh, yeah.
I felt relieved.
Let's see here. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Carl. I'm a recovery coach here at Capital Recovery. We have a participant here today, Liz.
Liz Gray.
How you doing, Liz?
How you doing?
And we have an article here. It's by lifehack.org, and it says how to practice mindfulness, a beginner's guide. Let's see here. Eileen, how you doing? All right. So how to practice mindfulness, a beginner's guide.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hello?
How you doing? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you
I
hear?
gotta turn off the camera, right?
No, you don't have to turn it on.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for joining.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
Right. We're going to be talking about how to practice mindfulness, a beginner's guide. It's an article by lifehack.org, and just follow along.
Okay.
Mindfulness is a mental practice. It's a simple being aware of the thoughts and actions and behaviors thought today in our relationships and our interactions with the world around you. There are some myths that plague mindfulness as the overwhelming fake attitude toward the typical and harsh realities of life. But mindfulness is simply a turning of attention to a direction in which our mind goes without judgment. It's not wishing we are more positive or happy or friendly with others. Instead, it's a silent and objective observation of our own reactions, which simplifies you're very much in control of. Instead of pretending into your feelings and emotions and acting from a place of unconsciousness, thoughtful mindfulness shows you have to remove the blind filters from your behavior and tune into how you really act and feel. From the place of truth, you can make changes that are in highest good. So how to practice mindfulness. So some of these are tips that you can practice mindfulness. I think there's 6 tips here. And I'll go to the first one. Let's see here. It's meditation. The most effective way of turning into your thoughts and feelings is through meditation. It's a practice which you can slow down, sit down, and allow the world around you, within you, to simply pause. It's a chance to tune into your breathing, which will automatically affect your nervous system, lower your blood pressure, and minimize any stress you may be bringing into your day. It's also a chance to tune into your thoughts and notice the ones that may be bringing you down. I like the meditation. Like, I never really practiced meditation until I got into recovery. I'm surprised how much that can help you to really calm yourself, really process your thoughts. It says like focus on your breathing. I didn't know I could sit so still doing meditation. I was with my sponsor, and he would, put some meditation music.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Now I can hear you.
I'm sorry. Like meditation was, I think it's a good way to practice mindfulness.
Right.
And it can really help you. It says reduce stress, anxiety. Really, it's like practice that pause button of like processing things.
Right.
I think it was really nice.
Right.
We go through life at an incurable, rapid pace, and we seldom get the opportunity to slow down and listen to our thoughts. Meditation is that pause button we can hit to acknowledge the quality of our thoughts. We're just talking about that pause button. What thoughts can stay and feel good for us to have? What thoughts can go and no longer serve us? This is the total of a mindfulness practice. Creating consistent meditation practice 3 to 4 times per week is a great way of using this tool to its advantage. How long you meditate is entirely up to you. Know that even a few minutes per day is serving you well. You ever had done meditation before? You ever tried meditation before?
I tried meditate, yeah. I mean, like, in my own way. Like,
There's always a
it's
different.
kind of like, it was kind of like fasting.
Okay.
Is that something?
Fasting is like a different overall.
Oh, okay.
Meditation is like, really turning the music down, not being around other people and like really sitting in the silence. Meditation.
Not really like that.
Try to really be with yourself or
I
anything.
would like to do that.
Yeah, it's
That's
really,
how you
it's
do
common. Yeah.
With music.
You can put on meditation music they have. They have
okay.
aromas like certain oils and stuff like that. You can help. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's really something.
You do that too?
I do it once in a while with my sponsor and stuff like that. He helps me with that. When you're really like dealing with stress, anxiety, it can help with your blood pressure. It says.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To really sit with yourself and process things, which is pretty cool. Instead of like always on the go and always your mind's always racing and doing this, to really sit with your thoughts, emotions, and feelings. It says number 2, affirmations. When life gets hectic and your mind wanders to overthinking and stress, stress, it can be helpful to have a word or a phrase to come back to. This is called affirmation. It's a simple phrase said in the present tense that acts as a lifeline to bring you back to not just the present moment, but to the kind of mental state you'll like to be in to take on the rest of your day. Affirmations are powerful statements that you can use over and over again. Whenever you need it, you can have a few that you can recycle as the situation calls for it. Or you can have one dedicated and one that you keep coming back to. Here's a list of affirmations that you can try. You can also make use of these affirmations in the act to find inspirations. When you feel yourself mentally wandering away, pause, come back to your affirmation, say it out loud or to yourself 3 times. Take a few breaths and notice how you feel. And here's another one that can help with mindfulness and mindful walking. You'd be surprised. You didn't think walking would help you.
I can believe that. I like doing that.
Yeah.
Walking and thinking, looking at the trees, just taking it.
Yeah.
My surroundings.
The atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It helps. It does.
Yeah, I need something on my breathing. You ever sit still? Well, I do that a little bit of asthma because I smoke. But
yeah.
I'm sitting still. I can hear myself, but
breathing, yeah.
Like heavy. I'm like, I know it's from smoking, but it sounds creepy. I'm like,
and it says number 3, mindful walking. Mindful walking is a type of meditation practice that encourages you to truly take notice of how you walk. It's a great practice to begin to tune into your physical body and the automatic contractions that happen on a reflex level, most of which we're absolutely unaware of. It also refocuses your brain on the task at hand and keeps it concentrated and disciplined. Either inside or outside, begin to simply walk. You can walk in any direction, but make the pace nice and slow. Become aware of each step as you plant your entire foot down to the earth. Go deeper into that awareness and begin to take note of how the toes feel and they splay out to your footstep. How the leg lifts and the lips and the hips move, how the torso shifts as you balance your walk forward. All these simple yet complex movements pull you deeper into awareness of your physical body and space. So I think it's trying to say, like, instead of focus on, like we talked about a little bit earlier, like the day-to-day stuff, you got all these things going on in life. You're thinking about this, you're thinking about that. You're not staying in the present moment and focus on how your body's moving. And if you're more focused on that, everything else, goes away really for the most part. But to be actually present with yourself is being mindful and being aware of how you're feeling. And that helps with stress, anxiety, depression. It helps with a lot of things that we don't think of. Take this mindful approach the rest of your day. Can you become just aware of everything else you do that may have been autopilot? So, the next one you can try is journaling, and that's you just got a little
yeah.
journal thing. Always writing down how you feel, putting everything on. It's different from saying things than actually
Right.
putting it on paper, actually looking at it and reading it. You know. Number 4, journaling is a practice of writing down your thoughts and they come up. Creating consistent practice means giving your thoughts and emotions a safe and healthy means of expression. You may like to sit down at the end of your day and journal about how you felt, what came up, what brought you challenges, and what brought you joys. It's a practice that pulls you into the present moment and gives you a platform on which you can analyze your thoughts and dissect your feelings into something deeper. So it's talking about the present moment. So it's they're not analyzing while you're journaling to actually analyze, taking an inventory of your day. Basically, what that can be, to actually think of why did I feel this way? You know, why did I act that way? And like really analyze what was going on, so I can change what was going, maybe change for tomorrow. How does it feel to be vulnerable and honest in your words? What emotions come up as you jot down your thoughts for the day, and can we begin to see these little snippets of truth and reflection without judgment? One of the myths of mindfulness practice is that it promotes a sense of fake positivity. We think that by meditating, journaling, and speaking loving affirmations to yourself, we somehow cover up feelings of sadness or struggle that we face as human beings. We begin a mindfulness practice allows us to face these moments of hardship without being too harsh or critical of ourselves. Not like that. With meditation, journaling, or some of our tools, we can allow ourselves to be sad or angry, but now that we have a choice in how long we stay there, which brings us to another practice tool. That's just like, basically being human. Like we have sadness, we have fear, we have anger, we have all these emotions and feelings, but these are giving us outlets to be processing, journaling, meditation. There's other things, talking with others, practicing principles, acceptance, surrender, being honest, because sometimes for me, I can get harsh on myself just for just being human. Sometimes I have emotions and feelings. It can be negative, but I get hard on myself for it. Here's a big one: acceptance. Life is not always going to be easy to love. We can say the same for ourselves and our loved ones. One of the founding pillars of a solid mindfulness practice is allowing yourself to simply accept every emotion that comes your way, be that sadness, anger, apathy, confusion, and the like. Feel the feelings that are a part of you. While some are not pleasant to endure, they teach you how to accept all parts of yourself that make up the whole. It is not just a practice of mindfulness, it's a practice of wholesome self-love, because you can't only love the pretty, easy parts of you. They're talking about, love the bad, the good, and the different, Mindfulness teaches you how to welcome all feelings and thoughts without judgment or criticism. So the next time you're feeling hard on yourself and are in a tough spot, allow the emotions and thoughts to rise up. They simply want to be seen. Imagine them like a sea of clouds of a bright sunny summer day. Each day of them coming to your view, and then with your breath, watch them float on by. Just like the clouds with thoughts and emotions are temporary, they don't define us, much like clouds don't define the infinite summer sky. Keep coming back to this practice anytime you feel overwhelmed or self-judgmental. So I think a lot of this article is about like processing like things in life in a good way. Being mindful that of emotions and feelings pass. Like we don't have to sit in self-pity, anger, resentment. We don't have to sit in the negative. We can feel the emotions and feelings, but we don't have to sit there.
Right.
We can sit there and process them. And it's talking about journaling. We can write down the things that happened through the day and see how I felt and see how I reacted to really get a better perspective on ourselves. It's about for me, I think recovery is about finding out who you are and who you're not. And we don't have to criticize or beat ourselves down in the process of it because we're human. We have emotions, we have feelings. We do good, we do bad. It's just parts of who we are. And here's actually a good one. Eating. What we eat is it can reflect on how we can feel, and how we. If we don't feel good, we ain't doing good usually.
Fish, baked chicken.
Yeah.
Gotta always be fried chicken and fried this.
Yeah, usually when your body, when you think about when you're sick, right, or you're going through, you got something wrong. Usually you're agitated, you know what I mean, you're grumpy or something like that. Usually we're not acting too pleasant, right? You know what I mean? So if we were starting to feel more better, eat healthier and stuff like that, we can actually put out positivity than negativity.
Vegetable,
Fresh vegetable. It's always just not for just our for how we act, but just for our bodies, ourselves, take care of, how we feel. Mindful eating is one of them. Number 6, mindful eating. Our eating routine has become synonymous with distractions, watching TV, talking with friends, working, etc. We no longer just eat. Mindful eating is just that, a chance for you to get really aware of what and how you're nourishing your body with food. Not only will you begin to enjoy your food even more now that you're aware of it, but you'll be able to chew longer, which processes the food fully and actually helps you prevent overeating and taste the food you're enjoying. Next time you're having a meal, put away all distractions, turn off the TV, put your phone away, and sit down to be fully present with your food. Check that out. It says turn the TV off, put the phone down, and be present with the food. See how long that can last for with a lot of people. You know what I mean? So it's
I do that.
yeah.
I take my phone and I make my pillow. I'll just leave it.
Yeah, it talks about eliminate all distractions. You want to be present with yourself. Right? We're going on the day-to-day phone, work, this. We're not being too present and we're not practicing too much mindfulness. And that's what we talk about self-care a lot in recovery. And we have to take care of ourselves to actually take care of others. That's very important.
And that's like, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
And that's like, remember when they used to use pagers?
Yeah.
We didn't see nobody's face. We had to page somebody. Like,
right.
Imagine that. I want to get this page. You thought it was so cool just because somebody paged you. And
how life changed, man. Yeah. Pagers. Yep. I know. But we're so wrapped up in day-to-day life, phone, technology, and stuff like that, to actually, having right here, like we're doing, sitting having a conversation, like person to person, not having distractions all around.
Right.
And it might not be stuff, right? It can be our minds, you know what I mean, that distracts us, not have be present in the moment. And we're not like really enjoying life. You know, we're just existing, not living.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, somebody said that. Wow, you just said that. Do you wanna?
You're just existing, not living.
Yeah.
We get wrapped, like I said, like we'll say, we get wrapped up in the life and the day to day, and actually not. We're just, we have to do this. We do. There's certain things we have to do in life. More, we have family, friends, but like we got to take care of ourselves too. You know what I mean? So we talk about self-care a lot. It's very important. So if possible, eat in silence. It's a game changer. Chew your food fully and notice the smells, taste, and appearance of what you're eating. The food is nourishing your body and going into your system. So become more curious about it and how it benefits you.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're always on. Well, for me, it can be always on the go. We'll stop here. We're always eating out. We're not, we're so hungry, eating on the go. We want to just eat our food. We're not sitting and actually processing, enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Some people,
no,
I
you're
just feel
fine.
like I'm cutting you off.
No, you're fine.
I'm sorry. Some people just, like, if they're going out to eat, they'll just sit there and keep taking pictures of their food. Then when you get that food, you get your fork, you get down there. Why are you taking pictures, man? You got food.
Yeah. Take a picture, look at this, look at that. Yeah, I
And if
know.
it is, I'll snap it real quick. And then I'll tear that thing up.
Yeah. And listen, like nowadays, like it's hard. Like you don't see too many people, like even from my family, like cooking meals and sitting at a table and eating and processing your day or having normal conversations. But you know what I mean? It's all these distractions that we like, phone, TV, this, and like we're eating out or it's always on the go kind of deal. That's like like I said, a lot of things that can distract you, but your mind can also too. If you're not being aware of that, awareness is key too. Being aware,
I was raised that breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I was just raised as always make breakfast, always make lunch, and always cook dinner. And we got to sit at the table for dinner. Like, you can't eat.
Ain't nobody eating in the rooms, nobody in the living room.
No.
Right?
At the table.
Life has changed, generations has changed drastically.
Mine at the table.
Yeah, but if you gotta eat right at the table. If not, you ain't eating.
Like, I wish you would go in the room back in the day. Like, I'm going to my room and eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess you ain't gonna eat that. You ain't gonna eat it.
Yeah, you think about normal company, that's having really conversations and with your kids and your parents and see what's going on.
Yeah. That's how we got through half of what we did.
Yeah, right. Processing things,
You're right.
And it's the last part is the final thoughts of it. Beginning a mindfulness practice doesn't have to overhaul your entire life routine. It simply asks you to become more aware of your thoughts, the awareness we're talking about, actions and behaviors throughout the day. If you're aware, you can implement changes that are for your highest good. So if you're aware of things, you can make changes. If you ain't aware, then you're just going along with life. You know what I mean? So if you're aware of certain things, you have the ability to change.
You're just existing.
Yep.
Exactly.
You're not living, you're just existing. Through tools such as meditation, mindful walking, and eating, journaling, and affirmations, you can rewire your brain default setting that stuck and struggle to a way without complacency and into mental and emotional freedom. Ooh. Mental and emotional freedom. I like that. The key is accepting yourself as you are and taking that awareness approach deeper with the tools that are always at your disposal. So that was the last part. I like how it says the mental and the emotional freedom. That's I think is key and in life and key in recovery is freedom. We want freedom from self, freedom from a lot of things, But these are some of the tips that you can do to practice mindfulness and practice awareness. And if you're not aware, then you can't. There's no way to change. You know what I mean? So I think this is actually a good article. And if you'd like to get this article, it's called lifehack.org, and it's how to practice mindfulness. And I do thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Until next time.
Nice to meet you.
What happened, Eileen?
Excuse me?
Am I seeing your name right, Eileen?
Eileen.
Nice.
The E is silent. It's Eileen.
Eileen.
Nice to meet you, Eileen. I'm Liz.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Nice to meet you as well. Can I add one thing to the discussion?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, what me and my kids started doing was, it was me and my 3 grown sons. So what we started doing, we started changing our behavior, like as far as like with dinner. So like at first I used to cook dinner and everybody used to just go in and get their food and go on. I go in my room, they go their
Yep.
way with their food. So what we started doing is we just started, when dinner was done, we all just started, so we would say, okay, dinner's done, we're all gonna eat together. So my son says, well, I gotta go to the store real quick. So we all waited and dinner was just about, just about done. So we didn't start eating until he came and then we all ate together. And that was a change
That's
right then and
nice.
there. So I was like kind of proud of that because, all we have is one another, but all I'm saying, just wanted to add that, because we were starting to make a change because it was like about family.
Oh, I like that.
Very good.
I like that.
Yeah.
So you're aware of that, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like, I think that's,
That was
that was a
nice.
perfect example of being like
Yes.
mindful and being present is like, we will sit and have dinner
Yeah.
instead of, a lot of people don't do that nowadays,
And
you
then
know?
she said that she waited for him to come back from the
Yep.
store, and they all waited, and then they ate together.
Yeah, because if you guys didn't
Yeah.
wait for him, then that would probably
Right.
broke that down. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that was cool. That was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah, we're doing more things like mindful as a family, as togetherness, and and I'm talking to them, and they weren't raised up with their fathers, but I'm all they have. So I'm trying to make a difference in their lives and try to let them be mindful, about family. It's about family, and that's what I'm trying to instill into them as being men, because one day they're going to have their own families, and I want them to have something to instill into their families, to have some kind of tradition.
And that's
That's
I
beautiful.
agree 100%. It starts with the home, it starts with the guardians, the parents, if we instill in this stuff in their kids and stuff like that,
Right.
they have a better chance at life,
Right.
Yeah.
That's all. I really thank y'all for sharing, and I thank y'all for allowing me to share.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
was
I'm gonna keep that for the day, for the week. It's about family.
Yeah,
It's
there
definitely
you
about
go.
family.
There you go.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
Well, you have a great day, and that'll be that's the end of our meeting today. And my name's Carl, recovery coach here at Cav Recovery. And until next time, we'll see you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See ya.
You as well.
Okay, you too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.